Hey guys, thanks for clicking on today's video. Make sure to leave a like before we begin, as it greatly helps the channel. Hey guys, and welcome to Bad Batch Episode 8 Breakdown. This one was a pretty, cute episode, I guess I could say, and a lot happened at the very end, so let's get right into it. It was quite a mix between a side mission and Omega teaching Crosshair to meditate properly, which I think could have a lot of implications into her force latency possibly as well. So it starts off with Fee giving them some intel on M-Count's information, and informs them that the Empire has actually been hiring bounty hunters to capture beings with a high M-Count, so meaning Jedi or just beings who have a higher midichlorian count in their blood. And of course this is all for Project Necromancer to prolong Palpatine's life and make him immortal. The Bad Batch tell her that Fennec Shand, the bounty hunter, would probably know. Hunter tells her that Fennec was hired by the Kaminoans to capture Omega, and she might know the intel on this M-Count business. Now can I just say, I really want them to start saying the word midichlorian. I really like the word midichlorian. I don't know what this M-Count abbreviation is really necessary for.
Midichlorians?
But anyways, Hunter makes Omega stay with Crosshair while Wrecker and Hunter go to find Fennec. It was nice to see him actually take charge for once and not listen to her. They meet Fennec in a cantina and they tell her what they're looking for, and she hits us with a side mission. If you do this for me, I'll get you what you want type of deal. Long story short, there's a bounty on a praying mantis. They have to go to a swampy planet to get him, so they do so. They disable a lot of mines in the swamp, they fight some gators, and then they fight the bounty and bag him. Crosshair tries to fix his hand by getting it examined by AZ, and they deduce that it's all in his head from the rough experiments that they did on him in Tantis. I think they probably mentally broke him, to be honest, and he feels very traumatized, so he's always having anxiety now. So while Wrecker, Fennec, and Hunter bag the bounty, Crosshair learns meditation from Omega. This will likely heal him and he'll have steady aim again. Now she learned meditation from Gungi, the Jedi. This makes me wonder if her or Crosshair meditating will develop their possible force powers somehow, assuming that they have any. I would lead more into believing that Omega has some, especially considering that her blood is what the Empire is looking for, and it connects to Palpatine's M-Count, or it has a higher adaptable M-Count itself. So will she now become stronger in the Force? Will she be able to use the Force, much like Sabine learned quite quickly in Ahsoka? I think it's leading into that. Upon the success of the mission, Fennec drops Wrecker and Hunter off at their docking bay and tells them that she'll be in touch once she gets their information. She blasts off into space and calls who I think is Assaj Ventress, who is a bounty hunter, who is supposed to be dead. She was supposed to have been killed by Count Dooku with a barrage of force lightning as she was trying to save the love of her life, Quinlan Vos, who was a Jedi. Now, Assaj Ventress used to be the apprentice to Count Dooku during the Clone Wars. And I say that she's calling Assaj because, well, we saw Assaj in the trailer, as well as we can actually hear her theme song, and this is the same theme song that was played in the Clone Wars. It's the same melodic tune. In the next episode, I think Assaj will probably track the Bad Batch down and try to capture Omega for the Empire, because at the end of the day, that's a much bigger bounty than anything. But of course, what I think is going to happen, because Assaj is a fan favorite and it's time for her to kind of be a good guy, I think that she's probably going to start bonding with Omega, and they'll end up sort of creating a relationship, maybe, very much like The Last of Us. It's just going to be kind of like a mother-daughter sort of thing, or like sisters. That's kind of where I see the show going. She'll start out as the evil antagonist, very powerful, very difficult to kill, and then she'll probably befriend Omega. But we have a lot of episodes until something like that happens, and even if it does, it's pretty far-fetched. I liked the episode. I thought it was a pretty happy-go-lucky, good-feeling episode. For a side mission episode, I think I give it about a 6 to 7 out of 10. For a regular, in terms of everything, probably like a 2 out of 10. But I enjoyed it. I think it progressed the story in terms of Assaj now entering the scene, or some sort of bounty hunter. I don't think it's Boba Fett. I don't think it's Cad Bane, but I could be wrong. I think this is where they're going to introduce Assaj Ventress. Just seeing as how, they were using some of her music. But again, they could try to throw us off with that. They've done it before. Now, this kind of plays into the question, do we want Assaj back? Because she died in the books, and she should stay dead in the books. That made her death really meaningful, the way she died. However, now in the show, she's going to be brought back, and we're not sure if this is going to be a flashback or if it's actually her in the flesh in the present day. There were some people during the live stream saying that she's going to be a clone of some sorts. I personally don't think so. I think if she is going to be in the show, then she is probably back, and we could probably discount everything from the novel, which was called Dark Disciple. This also leads me to wonder, if they're bringing Assaj Ventress back, are they going to bring back Quinlan Vos? As we know, they were quite in love with each other near the end of the book, and she did give her life for him. So it's confusing to me how she survived. Maybe there's some Night Sister stuff going on. Maybe she didn't die after all and she had to go into hiding. I don't really know what they have planned. And maybe at the end of it all, it's just Assaj actually in a flashback somewhere. I'm pretty excited to find out. I just hope that it's not Cad Bane. Well, I would love for it to be Cad Bane, but I think he would just end up not losing, and he would probably take Omega with him, and we would kind of get a replay of Mount Tantus situation. But this time the stakes would be much higher because they're going to use her now for Palpatine's experiments. I'm still curious as to who the masked assassin was in the previous episode, episode 7. I'd like to think that it's either Tech or Cody. Anyways, there's a lot of different theories going into episode 9. I'm pretty excited for it. I think this show has always been fun, and it's a bit of a lighter Star Wars for me, but still enjoyable to fill all the gaps. We're just about ready to launch the full site for TheorySabers.com. It's been a long time coming, and a lot of work, a lot of resources, a lot of time. Everyone's put a lot of love into this project. I hope you guys are ready for what's to come. It's going to change the face of the saber industry, I think, and add a whole new level of personality, convenience, extreme transparency, information, and just a well-rounded, easy-to-use experience when choosing your next collectible, as well as some custom ones and custom accessories, which I'm really excited to announce. Everything will be revealed very soon, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends. I hope you all are having a great day. I'll catch you all on the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.
So we just finished the live Acolyte trailer reaction, and one of the main things that was popping up in chat, there were 5,000 of you there live, and some of the things that I see in the comments quite a bit for even the trailer, which is doing over what, 2.5 mil now. We got 97,000 upvotes, 74,000 dislikes. Something I see is that people are quoting Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Ki-Adi-Mundi said that the Jedi have not seen the Sith for over a millennium, for over 1,000 years.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
So how is this show going to make sense? This show will make sense only if all of the Jedi who see a red lightsaber, dark side Force user, Sith, whatever the heck it may be, die.
What is that?